What is up, everybody? So it has come to my attention that my identity has been stolen quite a lot lately. It's happened pretty much this whole last year. It's an ongoing thing. If it's not the doggone crooks, it's the doggone mice. Look at that. Got my cornhole bags in here. Look at that. See my cornhole bag? They're eating the doggone corn out of the bags. I don't even know what to do with that. Look, it's all down there. These were my Christmas present. Cornhole boards. U.S. Army style, and Samantha got a Clemson one. So since this has become quite an issue, I figured I'd talk about it because as a YouTuber, this is one thing that seems to be an ongoing issue. I can't even keep a credit card. I never use a debit card. So when I was in the Army, they stole my identity through the FBI database when the Chinese hacked everything. They gave me a lifelong credit monitoring service. So pretty much it's really hard to hack. But lately, I'll tell you what happened. So the first big one, which has taken a ton of my time lately, is somebody across the hall that had a business across the hall from my business took my business name, went and got $3,000 worth of equipment, and put their name at the bottom of a contract on my company's name. Presto changeo, they walked out of a large computer company with $3,000. So you might be wondering, Jack, how did this guy get the information? I realize it's a pretty simple question. He got the information pretty much off my door, off the mail, and with just his phone number and a few other things like a company number, he was able to get a company like Hewlett Packard to give him $3,000 worth of computers. I was kind of shocked that you could do that. And I've realized with white-collar crimes, people really don't want to prosecute those things because they're really hard to prosecute. And even through the deposition, the attorney made it really short and sweet, and it was still hard to prove. Even though I was able to do it, these companies will give a lot of, they'll give a lot of money out to people, a lot of, product to people for relatively no information. He didn't even have to provide an ID. And that was shocking. And you might be wondering, how did I even catch this guy? And the conversation was pretty much just went like this. Got a phone call from a debt collector, and he's like, hey bro, you owe money. I was like, hey bro, I don't owe any money. I was like, where are you calling from? He's like, from New York. And I was like, who's the guy? He's like, Hewlett Packard. And I was like, well, who was the money given to? And he said it was blah, blah, blah. I'm not trying to get sued here by missing any names. And I was just like, well, can you send me the contract? And lo and behold, I knew the guy at the bottom of the contract. It happened to be across the hall. And I was like, hey, I know this guy. And I walked it straight down to the police. Presto changeo, caught the guy. But that was by pure accident because the bill collector went after me. And I was like, well, I don't know this money. Brand was like, I don't know this money, so hey, we gotta do something about this. But what blew my mind was this cat. He had to have been the dumbest criminal I've ever seen. He put his name, CEO of my company, with, get this, one of his checks and his cell phone number at the bottom of it. It was too easy to catch him. And really, I couldn't believe he was that dumb. I went straight down to Pensacola PD, threw it on the table, and they had him in maybe 15 minutes. I mean, who goes and gets a bunch of computers and decides to make one payment and not pay anymore? Because then they got you. Guilty mind. And to add insult to injury, in today's world, as a YouTuber, as somebody with a face to the public, you can't hide anything. Your home address is easy to look up on any of the government entities. Unless you're a renter, you can't hide it. You can get a P.O. box, but that's really cumbersome. All your information is basically out there. You can look up just about anybody on the internet and find out just about anything. And the only thing you can really do to protect yourself is identity protection, a P.O. box, hiding behind an LLC or something, and the rest is just get some cameras on a wall. Cameras on a wall. But you may be wondering about my credit cards that have been stolen, I think 4 times in the last 3 months. The last one, my credit card numbers got stolen the very first time I used it, and I had it literally turned on a matter of 30 minutes. So I don't know how it happens. I don't know if it's subscriptions or whatever, but I have to put all my auto stuff on my cards. So like Epidemic Sound, TubeBuddy, all my business stuff has to be debited from something. I would go insane trying to pay for that every month. And as soon as I input them somewhere in cyberspace, they get stolen. And usually it is somebody with a card swiper that they get the numbers somewhere, they create a fake card, and then they go around to small convenience stores just to see if it works. Usually vending machine or something like that, just to see if they can debit something, because you'll start seeing charges like $1.50, $2.50, 99 cents. Sometimes they'll take it to the liquor store and go ransack. I had one guy spend $500 with my card numbers at a package store in California. Had one dude in Indiana, a couple of guys in New York City, and Navy Federal's been really good about catching them, because I would have never really figured it out because it happened so fast. But so I've been through 4 credit cards recently. I don't even try with a debit card. And if you look at a lot of people that have a public face, it happens a lot. Dave Ramsey's even said it on his show. It happens about every 30 days. So this is something, if you're a YouTuber or if you're somebody, you know, a politician or whatever, know that your credit card numbers are not safe, your debit card numbers are not safe, your checkbooks, you really don't want to use checks, because those are bad. They just float everywhere. And you know, everybody says guard your social security number. Well, in the military, everybody had to write their social security number on everything, so your social security number's everywhere. If they have all this information, they might even try to go to the DMV and get another driver's license of yours. I mean, that happens too. So be cognizant and be aware, because credit card scams are everywhere, and credit scams with people doing it with your business name, things like that. It seems to be more prevalent with business names usually, because it takes them a while to catch up to it. As soon as people start missing the payments, it could be a year or more. I mean, on a serious note, I even had my ID stolen at the Pensacola Energy the other day, and I got a letter in the mail saying that I had a free year of credit monitoring. That's one thing that just grinds my gears. It's when the government actually loses your ID. You go through all the rigmarole and sign up for all this stuff. Be careful, watch what you put your information in, and then it's the FBI, DOD, Pensacola Energy, all these places you have to do business with. And they even, like, that was my security clearance that got hacked years ago. So it's like, all this stuff is it's now my fault, and I can't keep a credit card. Isn't that crazy? So honestly, on a real note though, the only thing I figured out to like help is, one, always use a credit card. Lock your debit card away in some drawer, desk, vault somewhere. Even the Catch Me If You Can guy did a whole speech on this. Look it up. Google speech, Frank Abigail or whatever his name is, Avondale, and listen to that speech. And he says never use your debit card. The next one, watch what you put on auto pay, because I had a Pensacola Energy on auto pay with my actual bank account, because that's really the only way they'll let you do it. They make you enroll in this whole system. And then the credit card, if you, on some of those you do get to do, they charge an insane fee. And it's just like, well, if you're gonna mess it up, you should at least let me use my credit card. The next thing I always do is stay in constant contact with the bank, and I always carry extra cards with me and some cash. Because no joke, there I was, Nowhereville, Alabama, Nowhereville, Alabama, and I filled up with 30 bucks in gas, and they canceled my credit card, and I was stuck. Lucky I was able to borrow 20 bucks from my dad and was able to get on down the road. But that was a true story when it got hacked again. And last but not least, if it's a government entity, just don't trust it. That's how you get your stuff stolen the most amount of times. You know, it's just anything to do with garbage, sanitation, water, energy, things like that. They seem to have the worst protection for your identity, and that's how it usually just gets out there. It gets on the black market, and once your information is out there, you will literally get this non-stop. Like, I did a scan on mine the other day, and my email, my phone number, all over the place. I don't even answer my phone anymore. Like, literally, it's on my voicemail to text me. I get so many robocalls and robots and spam marketing and guys from overseas trying to say they're the IRS. It happens so much I don't even answer my phone anymore. And it's totally ruined all my friends' phones too. So I wanted to make this video to let y'all know kind of what's been going on. It's taken up most of my time, and there was a drive-by shooting in Navy Point. I mean, there I was, sitting in the hot tub with Samantha, and I just hear clack, 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 clack. Some hate was getting thrown straight down range. I mean, these were some serious shots. It was like at least 15 shots. Then we heard another like 6 or 7 off in the distance.
Don't get in the road, Betsy.
I mean, this was some legit stuff. I mean, just shy of tracer rounds getting thrown down range. I mean, we even ran out front to see what was going on because that's what vets do. Somebody tried to shoot up Navy Point. No, don't get me in this video. There's some hot lead going on. We don't hide inside. We got to go out and explore. Got to do a foot patrol. Shot up the house down the street and then killed somebody down there. Killed the guy that he couldn't find that he shot up his house on 2nd Street. And then we had, I think it was 11 more shootings in Pensacola in like the next 12 days. There was a shooting downtown, drive-by 9th Avenue and Cervantes, I think it was. And then a dude got shot in the chest on Garden Street. Not far from downtown. I mean, it's gotten out of control. And that's kind of, between that and wedding planning, Samantha's got me all over the place trying to plan this wedding. I don't even know what to do with it. I'm just this guy stuck in limbo. So I think I'm back on the grind now. I had to just lay a butt down on a video to get me going again. Because hey, you know, it's hard out there coming up with some of this stuff and staying on the move. It's been raining like every day. But that's about all I got to say about that. And between that and the rats. But, you know, comment down below if you got some ideas for this year's video sessions because I like hearing from you guys and see what y'all got, what y'all like out there. You know, it's kind of hard to, you know, just pull the stuff out of the wind sometimes. Check out the sunset. Doesn't get any better than that. Going for a little bike ride while it's going down. Perfect spot. It's a little chilly though.
Get me close up. Get me close up. Bro, that's yum.